Welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast, episode number 68. Number 68. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think we both golfed since last time.
Oh, that's right.
Or since last time they heard me, not since last time they heard you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How'd you do?
So like, that was the first time actually golfing in probably 4 months when you did the night
Holy,
golf.
4 months, really?
Well, I mean, I don't think since September, October maybe.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, I moved and I haven't golfed since then.
When did I move? Yeah, that was end of September.
I mean, I've gone to I did the range 3 times in between, like my last actual playing round.
Jesus.
So I mean, I started off not bad, really good. Played with a couple of my buddies that are pretty solid, and I was keeping pace with the first 2 holes. Where?
Yeah.
McCormick Ranch.
Is it nice?
Yeah. It was a lot of water.
Yeah, I played there before, but everything's expensive right now, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you think how much was it?
We played there. I think we played the other course.
Palm and Pine, I think is what they have.
I think we played Palm. I think we had played Pine before.
I don't remember.
I remember being.
Oh yeah. Because
Pine,
I think you go under the street to start. Palm, I want to say you stay.
Yeah, you stay there. Yeah. That's what I think.
Correct.
So I think we played Pine. I played Palm this time.
Yeah.
A lot of water. I found a good amount of it. The middle. Yeah, it started off great. You know, if you're just off the plane, when a team gets off the plane, you're like, oh dang, it looks pretty good. First tee, if you're grandstand around the first tee, oh, this guy's not bad. And then that's the way I am. At least I can show out for the crowd watching the first tee.
Yeah, and
then I get in there and it's like, oh gosh, kind of fell apart.
You get out there and no one can see you anymore because you're too far away.
It fell apart for a second, and then it got really dark because we didn't see up till 1:45.
Oh yeah.
So it got real dark, and I kind of started getting it back towards the end when it got dark.
Was it expensive to play or no?
It was later $130.
$130 for what? 1:45 tee time?
Yeah.
Holy wow.
Yeah.
That is a little pricey. I was the only reason why I asked because I like I said, everything's expensive right now, and on that Facebook group that I'm in, people talk about different courses. People are bashing it, so I was curious, but I didn't know if they played Paul and Pine. There's 2 courses, like you said.
Yeah.
But everything is just way overpriced right now. Way overpriced. But that's the nature of the beast.
Just the way it is. But it was alright. How'd you play?
I did alright. Same thing. Started well. Front 9. I think I don't remember. I don't really know. I know my best overall score. I don't remember my best 9 score, to be honest with you, off the top of my head.
Well, the best 9 score I probably have was that first 9 we did for your bachelor party.
Oh yeah,
because it was individual score. And then the back 9 we did the
team event.
Yeah, the team kind of scramble deal.
Oh yeah,
and that was probably one of my best 9s. I don't remember if it was the best, but probably one of the best 9s I've had.
Yeah, like I said, same thing. I don't remember if it's the best number. I can probably go back and look, but it was probably one of the best front 9s or just 9 holes I ever played. And then I was playing well. I had an early tee time, and it was like $80 after tax, so it wasn't too bad. And it was at Western Skies, which that was the first course I ever played when I broke 90. So I like the course. It's nothing too crazy. It's not super long. It's like 6,300 yards. It's nothing crazy. So I was I went and played, and I was a single. Got paired up with this one guy who was retired, and he was cool. Nice guy. He had he had a Ghost golf bag. He had a PXG clubs, a couple of them. He had a Blue Tees towel. It was just kind of funny. I just feel like he got hit by all the social media ads, and he just reacted to every one of them. But yeah, the same thing. The back 9, I 2 holes. I remember on 17, I shot a quadruple bogey, and that's what just killed me. I had a tee shot, ended up 120 yards, just barely out of the fairway on the first cut, and ended up hit my second shot. My approach into the bunker, and it took me 2 times to get out of the bunker, and then which I've been finding the bunker all day before, and then the second shot out of the bunker, barely got out, almost fell back in again, just barely got out. So I had a weird stance where one foot's in the bunker, the other foot's out, and then I sculled that chip across the green. I was just so mad after that. I probably, honestly, if I didn't have that bad of a hole, I probably could have shot my best, I think. I don't remember I definitely would have. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play again besides when my dad and my uncle come out, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to start playing again because, I mean, that was like the first round in a while, so I'm not putting too much stock into it, whatever. You got to get back out there. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to get one round in before Waste Management because I'll probably play that week at some point. I'm not sure. But
I might book a tee time right now.
Yeah, I was say if I don't have a tee time now, it might be hard to get one. Well, we can go ahead and we got a pretty normal show here. We got the news and notes, quick couple things here. We got the American Express review. We have the Farmers Insurance preview. Got a couple betting corner picks run down there. Let's go ahead and get into the news and notes while you're getting on the tea time action here.
I know. I'm thinking I might, man. I think I might act on this.
So we got Tiger and TaylorMade kind of had a little collaboration announcement we had in between
but
last episode.
Not really like an official announcement, right?
Well, I mean, they're partnering. They're doing something Sunday Red.
Yeah, but did TaylorMade ever confirm that? Or was it just someone found the patent stuff? So but TaylorMade never released it officially. This is 100% happening. I think it was just found, right? That's how I interpret it.
I guess, yeah.
So I was curious on did TaylorMade ever address any of that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
They also didn't not say it.
For sure, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. I wonder. Nuclear reported, right?
Nuclear. I think I saw a couple other outlets say it as well.
I wonder, who found that? Originally, who found it? Was oh my god!
There's people out there looking at every corner of the internet, so nothing's safe.
Their job, I guess.
So we had that announcement. The logo, man. I don't know about the logo.
No, I'm not.
The TW, I assume Nike owns the TWs. I saw somebody saying that probably makes sense.
Probably.
So that's a good logo. I like that.
I agree.
Man, the tiger was gross. I did not. Yeah. I was like a little third grader drew it up.
Do you ever see that girl on TikTok that redoes logos but does it really bad on purpose?
Oh no, there's a girl that does it good too.
Oh no, this one girl that does it really really bad.
I think I know. Yeah.
The blonde girl, I think.
Yeah.
It looked like she took over that design, but everyone kept saying, and I might butch how I say this company's name, but the logo looks like the Slazenger.
Oh yeah, Slazenger. I think. I saw people commenting that. Yeah.
So and it kind of does a little.
It kind of does. The worst part is how the letters are at a triangle.
Yep.
It's so bulky.
Yes.
What the heck? That's terrible.
Yeah.
So that wasn't. Hopefully they have somebody working in the back office. Maybe that's why they didn't announce it yet. They're like, we gotta fix this.
Yeah.
But so that was. We'll see about that. I'm interested to see what they have up their sleeve. I didn't put it in my notes, but I saw that they had some things coming that they were trying to hype up. I forget exactly what they were saying. I believe it was TaylorMade.
They have news that they're trying to hype up. You're saying,
but the brand, what they're gonna release with it. But I didn't have it in my notes exactly. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what I saw. But maybe we can reach it out or look into that a little more before the next episode and go over it. But we also had Rory back in Dubai. So two Dubai tournaments in a row. Rory comes through here. He doesn't 3-putt from 2 feet this time. He gets the win. And so I also had... That's not even the highlight of this tournament, actually. This is actually last week. I'm sorry. This is last week's Dubai tournament. Not to take away from Rory. But Ken Weyand. Did you see this?
No.
Ken Weyand at Dubai last week when Tommy won.
God, look at your notes.
He shot rounds of 87, 82, 82, and 86... finishing 56 over par, putting him 68 shots behind Tommy Fleetwood for the winner. How did this guy get in?
Well, number one, they don't have a cut, I guess, obviously. Yeah. That's my first... Was he a tournament exemption? He must have been.
I don't know. I just saw a little quick Twitter post of his scores here.
What does this dude look like?
Ken Weyand or Weyand. I didn't look into him, but this is what he did, and I'm struggling to come up with the words as to.
It sounds like a fantasy football tournament punishment,
right?
Yeah, when you end up in last place and you have to go to a Q school tournament to see if you qualify when you're going to shoot terrible. That's almost what it. I mean, that's those guys usually shoot 100 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 80s aren't that bad, but it's also again 56 over par for a tournament.
Jeez, man,
that's pretty tough. But yeah, I thought that was. I'd like to see what he's in OWGR. I should have looked that up and put it in my notes. OWGR Ken Weyand.
You know what's interesting? Okay, I just he is the they kept seeing. You ever hear of the Grove 23? It's Michael
No.
Jordan's exclusive club, a golf course.
Okay.
It's the 23 is in Roman numerals, but online he's listed as the president / GM / director of golf for that course. Not a good.
So maybe the Dubai just threw him a
showing.
bone. I don't know. He knows some people, so they just threw him a bone for the tournament. Maybe.
Yeah, that's this is interesting. There's you can go. I can go down the deep end there.
But yeah, so
wow.
King Wien, I guess good for you getting to teed up with the big boys.
One of us.
For a little bit. But that's all I had for news and notes. Did you have anything?
Bad Birdie. Did you see them this morning?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
They signed Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo
and
I can't remember the
I don't remember the other guy's name, to be honest, either. So another e-commerce golf brand claims another PGA players. So that's pretty crazy to see that that they are able to make those moves. I mean, this is happening quite frequently right now. I wonder why you think this is happening.
Well, I mean, I think they see the value in doing it.
For sure.
One.
No, I'm not saying that. Like, why? Like, I guess these brands obviously have to pay for these sponsorships.
Right. So they see the ROI is gonna
no
be
doubt
there.
But I'm curious how these larger brands are allowing all of this to happen.
I mean, they might just be out market value. They might just be beating it or something. I don't know.
Like, it's so crazy. And then, like, did you see the Justin Rose? He just signed with another company too. He signed with I've never even.
He does a lot of overseas stuff, so it's probably an English brand or something.
It might have been.
I see him tweeting about all of the kind of stuff that he does with. He does a lot of like women. Partnerships, I believe, with women's golf. I see him posting about that a lot on Twitter. But I did see his post. I didn't put it in my notes because I just saw it after I made my notes for the podcast. But
good.
Sorry,
You're good.
I was waiting for you to pull up what you had.
Well, I accidentally. I'm on Instagram and a reel started playing on accident. So L.A. Here we go. We are LAGC. Los Angeles
Not
Golf
English.
Club. Yeah,
Not English.
I've never. They've got 12,000 followers on Instagram, and they signed Justin Rose.
I mean, LA Golf Club is where the U.S. Open was at last year.
But I don't know
Is that it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a apparel brand.
Okay. I wonder how they got away with that name.
I have no clue. I have no clue. Unless they're... I don't know. But they're also the inaugural team of TGL. So I don't know where this is coming from. This one surprised me. I've never... They are the team of Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose, and Sahith Theegala. I don't know how that happened.
TGL is a shroud of mystery in its own.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, let's go ahead. You want to go ahead and get into the review here?
Else.
Let's go ahead and get into the Amex review. So Nick Dunlap, amateur, makes the history in his win at the Amex. So Sam Burns, double bogeys. He got wet on the par 317 to kind of basically wrap it up for Dunlap. They were tied going into that hole. Looked like it was going to be a showdown, and Burns kind of gift wrapped it for him. But Dunlap is the first amateur to win on tour since Phil in 1991. You probably, if you're paying attention, saw that on Twitter or X a billion times like I did. He's the second youngest to win on tour in 90 years behind Jordan Spieth. No one else. Spieth was 19 when he had his first win. That's crazy. But yeah, as an amateur, he had to forego his $1.5 million prize.
I know.
And so I think it was Bezuidenhout. Came in second place. He got to the prize winning money, but finished second place. That's kind of interesting for him. I guess that money trickled down all the way.
It did.
All the way, yeah.
Yeah. So I have a little conspiracy on that.
What do you mean?
So I was watching over the weekend. I watched a decent amount, more on Sunday than Saturday. And so I was watching the final grouping go through and saw him sink that final putt to secure the win. And you see JT hug him afterwards, but he takes his hat and is like covering, because the cameras are all on him, obviously. They're celebrating the moment. he covers his face, his face with his hat while he's talking to him, and
Dunlap.
JT did
JT.
Dunlap, and then Dunlap is like, thank you so much, and I was like, kept thanking him. This is my conspiracy. I think because all JT is earning more money than he should have, he's giving him some cash for it. That's my conspiracy. I have no way to prove it. Zero way to prove it at all.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
But it makes sense that, like it'd be something that like a established pro like that would do something like that. I can see. Could totally see something like that happening.
I mean, maybe, I guess.
He'll slide in the Venmo or something. I don't know how. Like, so I'm sure there's probably got to be some sort of.
I mean, I just think he's going to make enough money off endorsements now. He's going to. I mean, we saw Sam Bennett get plenty of sponsors after his Masters run. He was an amateur there. But he was an amateur there. So we saw him. I think who did he? It was Johnny O. He signed with Johnny O pretty quickly after that.
I think he was already with Johnny O because during the Masters he had the.
He was wearing it. Was he already partnered?
I don't know.
He had to go to Dick's and buy his gear. Remember during the tournament.
Yes.
So I think he's like officially Johnny O now. Pretty quickly. Yeah, he was wearing it during. But I'm sure Dunlap will get something like that. He'll probably turn pro before too long, I imagine. Here and so I have my notes here. He moved from 4,129 in the OWGR. Up to 68.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
That's a little crazy.
We had the, what was the other one? We had the other OWGR, the TUGR. Was it the Universal Golf Rating?
Yes.
Right? I didn't look. I should have looked that up. Yeah. But it's coming in my head. So my notes were, really?
Yeah.
Like, is he really the 68th
no.
best golfer now? Because he won
no.
one tournament?
No.
Like, you should move up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But 68?
Yeah.
Like, okay, OWGR, you probably need to reevaluate what's going on here if he's now your 68th best golfer.
Agreed, 1,000%.
That is ridiculous.
Agreed, 1,000%. There's no way. Again, like you said, it's based off of one tournament. I just don't. No, he is not the 68th best golfer. I think the TWGR, whatever you said. I bet you that they probably have him. Over, I know you're looking it up right now. So before you type it in, what's your guess?
So he was at 41.29 in OWGR before. I don't know. I don't look at TUGR to see like relatively. Yeah. I'm just gonna guess 200 or higher. So
I'm gonna say 500 or
500.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Way wrong.
Oh wow.
1473.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just way more.
Let me see. Relevant. I don't have last week here. Where was last week? Let's see.
Yeah, there's no chance. Like to say that he's the 68th best golfer from one tournament does not justify that. I mean, I know the field. There was a decent field last week, but still. Someone can have they can string together 4 great days and to give them that ranking.
To justify moving like what OWGR did, it's like
over 4,000 positions.
I mean, that is also like an outlier thing.
Yeah.
So like it is like a crazy thing. So I would give OWGR less slack if they fixed it. Like, oh wow, we didn't even realize that could happen. Like this hasn't happened in what is it, almost 30 years, over 30 years. We clearly need to adjust. I don't think they're going to do this. But if they did, I would be like, okay, there you go. Because like there's things that happen like you can't really like forecast this. So if you see it happen, you're like, oh, this is clearly a flaw in our system. They fixed it. Okay, good. I don't think they will though.
No, I think you're right. So there's a lot of like up in the air. Obviously, everyone, if they didn't notice, he withdrew for the tournament this week for the Farmers Insurance Open. Because he has a big decision to make right now. And so I've got the bullet points here because this again, it's such a rare thing to happen. He's got 2 really main avenues that he can take right now. The first is now after this win, he can accept his PGA Tour membership at any time during the season and will receive regular PGA Tour winner status. Once he accepts the membership, he'll be exempt through the 2026 season. Okay? By turning professional, he will receive exemptions into all signature events, which a lot of them are guaranteed money.
Well, he already had Masters because he was the amateur champ.
Correct.
But now he can have either or. We can have it.
Yeah, that's part of my notes in here in a second.
Yeah.
So he'll get exemptions to all signature events, the Masters, and the PGA Championship. He will also be eligible for the Century next year in 2025. Because he won the 2023 U.S. Amateur, he will already had exemptions into the Masters and the U.S. Open and Open Championship. So the exemptions into the Masters and Open Championship are only for him if he remains an amateur. Okay? But by turning pro, he would become exempt into the Masters and the PGA Championship and the U.S. Open because they're no matter what, they're allowing him to to play in that tournament.
As the winner, yeah.
Correct. If he postpones his PGA Tour membership, he has 30 days after the season to turn pro and accept membership for next year. If he does not accept membership after this season, he would have to wait until the end of the 2025 season to turn professional. However, still, his professional status will only be remained through the 2026 season, no matter when he accepts his membership. So he has that option of turning pro anytime this year up until 30 days after the season ends. If he decides not to turn pro, he can still play in full field events as a winner on the PGA Tour. However, signature events are only available for PGA Tour members, meaning he will not be able to play.
And those are guaranteed paychecks.
Not all of them, I thought. I think just the only certain amount of them are going to be...
Oh, you're right. Like half of them.
Are going to be no-cut events.
Yeah, you're right.
But... Yeah, but still some pretty
some
good...
of them would be guaranteed pretty good paychecks, too.
Yes. However, he is a sophomore in college.
Sophomore at Alabama.
Yeah, so there's a lot that's up in the air of what this decision that he's going to have to make now. That's why he is pulling out of the Farmers Insurance Open to really think through this decision of what he wants to do. Because it's a big one. This is, again, first time this has happened.
I mean, I don't know
30 years.
The whole logistics behind when. I'm sure some people would. It sounds like it sounds like a good option. I'm not going to say it's the best option, just while you're reading that off.
Mm-hmm.
To go this year and play what you can now as an amateur, and then do it at the end of this season, maybe. What do you think? Turn pro at the end of this season.
I think my personal opinion is obviously this kid's good. He's obviously really
won
good.
the amateur championship.
Yeah, it's not like it's a fluke that happens that he wins a PGA Tour tournament as an amateur. That's very, very rare. We talked about that already. So he's playing hot right now, but he's young. He's 20 years old, I think, or something like that. He's young. I think, did you see the video, like his teammates and them on the bus cheering him when he won? Like, I think, honestly, if I were in his shoes, I think he's got a very bright future ahead of him. I think, personally, what I would do is I would finish out my time in school that you mentioned earlier.
This year and 2 more years?
Well, traditionally, I don't know how the college...
Or just get your degree.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
You can do that quicker.
But... Yeah, probably you can do it much quicker. So then you don't have to stay till he's a senior. If he gets his degree by the time he's a junior, then you go ahead and leave. Because there are other avenues to gain tour status through PGAU. We talked about that before. That was many episodes ago when they announced that.
I would probably do it sooner than quicker, I think.
I personally would think I would,
Or I would say sooner. I'd say sooner than later is what I would do.
I think I would finish my time in school and then go after it, really establish myself. Because you're gonna be like Bennett. I was gonna look him up and I didn't. He turned pro pretty soon after that Masters.
Yeah,
run.
it wasn't right after, but I think it was like a month or two after.
Sam Bennett, right?
The thing is, if you think, okay, you're a kid, you want to have fun.
Yeah.
If you turn pro, you're gonna be playing a lot of events.
All over the place.
Yeah,
and it's gonna cost money too. Like, you gotta as we talked about this before. I think we have we definitely have they were talking about caddies that are sharing hotel rooms for these not well recognized guys. It's a big expense to be doing all this traveling. The PGA Tour is not going to pay for you.
That's why I think travel. So. Yeah, you do your amateur stuff now this year while you can do it because you're still got your exemptions because you won the amateur champ, and have some fun. It's college still.
Yeah.
You get some more notoriety, probably playing, a little more. Maybe not win again. That'd be crazy. But
Yeah.
maybe get your name out there. The camera's gonna be on you no matter where you're at now.
Yeah.
So maybe play out this year. Kind of gain some momentum, maybe more lose momentum, I guess, and then turn pro at the end of this season after you've had some more fun. You're in college, played some more. You're obviously not going to make money.
Yeah,
he's playing a PGA at least.
That's the thing. So like Sam Bennett, for example, just last year he played in 10 events. He missed the cut 5 times.
Yeah.
So for a lot of these events, he only had one top 25 finish at all last year. That's it. So, you can feel that, you can ride that level of excitement, but you're not entirely established enough and guaranteed. In some tournaments, if he turns pro now, you are guaranteed money. But it's a big expense to be traveling all over the place for a lot of these. So, I don't know. It's a decision, obviously.
I definitely wouldn't wait till long, after this season. I would definitely do it then. If you're not going to do it now, I would definitely do it.
Here's a fun one. Sam Bennett, OWGR, $380. That's interesting. But Sam Bennett, official money, $303,000.
Not a lot.
No.
After taxes, paying your caddy, travel.
Yeah, not that much.
I guess he's got money from his sponsors and whatnot, but...
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead. I'm going to keep moving on here.
Yeah.
So I have a couple more notes here, kind of related to Dunlap still here. So that's the third straight long shot we've had. We had Chris Kirk at the first tournament of the season at 15-1. That's a pretty good long shot. That's 1,500.
Yeah.
And then you had Grayson Murray last week, 40-1.
Yep.
And then this week, Dunlap was 51.
Yep.
So, that's really crazy. We talked about last week how, with the you need to play well in these tournaments because, if you're not already into the signature events,
right.
this is your time to, show out and make money and earn points for the next season to try and get into those signature events. So some of these guys, I guess Dunlap maybe isn't earning his way in depending on what he does with his status. But some of these players coming through and making the most of the opportunities that they have.
So we talked about this last week too. There's 2 different types of golfers that have won the first 2 events. Recovering addicts is one of them. Right? That was the commonality. And the other one was, it was their first event of the season.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
First event of the season?
First event of the season for him, for Dunlap. So we went 3 tournaments in a row so far where the winner was their first event of the season. Again, obviously the Century, it is the first event of the season. So, no duh. But we're going 3 weeks deep now into this. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a recovering addict. I haven't found that. I did, to be honest, I did Google it. Well,
he's not old enough to drink, so.
True. That's true. That's true. So, hopefully he, I don't know. I'm not even going to comment on that.
So let's go ahead and go through the rest of the top 10. Yes, we've done that.
We haven't even done that. Oh, man.
Let's go to the top 10. Nick Dunlap obviously wins. We had Pazudenhout, like we mentioned, finishes second solo. And then at T3, we had Kevin Yu, Xander Schauffele, Justin Thomas. I was so close to my Justin Thomas. He was there. Michael Kim, Adam Hadwin, Sam Burns were tied 6th. And then T9, we had Keith Mitchell and Ben Griffin. Back to the JT thing real quick. His last 4 starts, JT's back, man. 5th at the Fortinet, 4th at Ned Bank, 3rd at the Hero, T3 here at Amex. JT's back.
God, that's such last 4 starts, but that's how many months of time is that?
Well, the Fortinet was November.
Was it November?
I think, yeah.
I don't remember when it was.
And then Ned Bank, I believe, is DP World Tour.
Yeah.
And then Hero and Amex.
Hero was.
But that's good that it's over a long period of time. In my opinion, that's good. It's sustained, over time and not playing.
You can look at it both ways. You can say if you have 4 starts like that for 4 weeks back to back to back to back, that also means your game is hot right now. That's pretty impressive too. But you can look at it both ways, no doubt. I love. I'm not.
Would you rather have them further apart or closer together?
I think further apart, maybe actually, because it's over a more period of time.
So it says a more sustained, more than just you just got a hot streak right now. Maybe. I guess it's always good, but let's go ahead and get some disappointment finishes here. We got Akshay Bhatia, Shane Lowry, Tom Kim, Ricky Fowler all missed the cut. There's some big names there, and then we had last week's winner, Grayson Murray, didn't make the cut.
Yep.
Sad face there. And then Michael Block Michael Block was at this.
We still talking about this guy.
He was there. He missed the
talking
cut.
about this dude.
He was there. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew he was there. He missed the cut.
He paid for his travel expenses. He was there. I think he actually based in California.
He lives in California. Yeah, so
right.
Not too far for him. He was there and he missed the cut. He wasn't there for very long. Actually, he was because the cut was after 3 days.
It was. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah, after 3 days.
I did realize that.
So he was there a little longer than he should have been. But that's all I had.
You had to pay an extra day of expenses.
Yeah, right. Just for nothing.
I got 2 truths and a lie.
It
took me a minute to find some information on Mr. Dunlap. But
not an addict.
Yes, that is not one of them. No. So you're totally 13 right, 20 wrong. Here we go. He grew up in Florida before attending the University of Alabama. He was born in 2003. He was homeschooled.
Well, I know he goes to Alabama. I don't know about Florida, but he went to Alabama. 2003, I think he was like 20 and I forget however many days, but I think it was like 20 and 200 days maybe. I'm not going to do the math in my head on that real quick though. And then homeschooled. I'm going to say, let's see.
Stick with your
born in 2003. Yeah, I mean, that's homeschooled. Well, I mean, it's got to be, somewhere around 2003. I don't know about the days, could maybe push it one way or the other. It's got to be like 2003 or 4, right? Or I guess between 2002 and 2004, right? Well, no, 2002 wouldn't make sense. It has to be 2003 or 2004. It's one of those two for sure. And then
let me just let you know you're getting too deep into that one. Just walk off that one. I'll give you a hint.
And then Alabama for sure. I know he went to school, so it's just a matter if he grew up or was born in Florida, which that would kind of make sense. So I'm gonna say he wasn't homeschooled.
Damn it, dude! You should not have went that. No, you're wrong, my friend. No, he was homeschooled.
Okay.
He was born and raised.
He's a bammer.
He's a bammer.
Roll motherfucking Tide.
What is Barstool's doing that fundraiser for that Alabama guy right now? He's Roll Tide, or what does he do?
Roll Tide Roll or what?
What's his name?
I don't know.
He's all about the pride. The guy, man.
I don't know what they're doing. I didn't see this.
I wonder if I can find it real quick. They tried to, when Dave Portnoy put the bet on Michigan to beat Bama.
I know there's a saying that's like, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Yeah. This guy.
University of Michigan when they won the national championship in football. The national championship in football. I was at the Rose Bowl. I put $1 million on them versus Alabama. I respect Alabama, great sport.
Yeah, keep going, Dave.
Michigan beat Alabama, and I won $1 million. I'm ranting raving, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do some good. We're going to get Roll Tide Willie on the number 1 Alabama. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
That's what he says.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
The dude looks crazy.
I remember hearing that, like seeing that, like on Twitter. I don't think I've ever seen.
Look at the photo of it. Oh, he's covering it. The photo of the shirt is just. Oh wow! I don't say. Oh, here we go.
Roll Tide Willie.
That's hilarious. But he's doing something, building his house or something, and Dave offered him the money, and he said, I don't take no charity or something like that. So then he created this shirt, and like all proceeds go to him. Like I guess that's still charity.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
Tide.
All right, so that's a loss.
That's an L.
All right, let's get into
just like Bama.
Yeah, let's get into the Farmers Insurance preview here. So we have defending champion Max Homa. We're going to be at Torrey Pines this week. We're at the South Course and then the North Course in La Jolla, California. So we have the South Course, par 72, a whopping 7,765 yards. And the North Course is a little more easygoing, 7,258 yards. So yeah, 3 rounds at the longer South Course, 1 round at the shorter North Course. We got a 156 player field here, featuring we got Ludwig Aubert here. He hasn't done much yet. Let's see what he's got here. And then we got Jason Day, Tony Finau, Colin Morikawa, defending champion Max Homa, Sungjae Im, Hideki Matsuyama, Xander Schauffele, Minwoo Lee, Justin Thomas, Sahith Theegala. Something to mention there.
Purse is $9 million, up like a couple $100,000 from last week. And this is the first tournament where the Farmers Insurance will not renew their sponsorship next year. So the CEO, the article I read, I think it was the CEO of Farmers Insurance that said this. He made a comment that the reason, kind of like the gist of why they're not renewing their sponsorship, is because they refuse to sponsor a second-tiered event. Essentially saying that probably mad they didn't get...
They didn't get a signature event.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And they're probably paying a similar price that they were 2 years ago.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So that is the reason that what I got out of this article, their CEO, is the reason why they're pulling out. They're not renewing their sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, they either...
It's a pretty decent field, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like Torrey Pines, California. People want to ramp up for the, waste management.
For sure.
We got the signature events coming up.
For sure. And so I'm just surprised it's not... It's pretty decent field. It's not like it's a Honda Classic over here that, you get, the bottom of the barrel on the tour here. I mean, you're getting some really, I don't know the exact amount of top 50 players, but it's a decent amount of them this week. So, I don't know. I don't know. We'll
probably
see.
just mad they didn't get a signature event.
I would assume.
Because there's probably some kind of back deal or backdoor deals that happened to give whoever got signature events.
Probably.
Some conversations that were had, they're upset, I imagine. Something like that happened.
Could be.
I'm going with my pick here.
Well, real quick, too. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we talked about already earlier that Dunlap was pulling out, but JT also pulled out of the tournament, too. He withdrew as well. I think yesterday he announced that he is, after the deadline, withdrawing from the tournament.
Maybe he doesn't feel good about his own game. I mean, it's been too, he's like, oh man, I've been playing so well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's about to fade. I don't want to play.
Yeah, he didn't really give much of a reason that I saw, at least, why he's pulling out. But he's pulling out of the tournament, so there's my 1 cent. Who are you picking?
I'm going Cantlay. I'm going with the new hat Cantlay.
Okay. Ditto.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got Cantlay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I believe he was
you tell me why you got Cantlay.
Well, I mean, I think I like his. I think for one, when I was looking at the board, what I wanted to take, I was like, all right, we've had all these long shots.
Yeah,
we're due to have a shorter odds
sure.
guy, so I went towards the top of the board just in general there, and I'm like, all right, I think Cantlay. I think Xander and Cantlay I kind of view as the same kind of player.
Yeah, that's
elite, but never get anything that's worth anything. Yeah. They never win anything that's worth anything. And I kind of just like Cantlay's game a little better. He showed a little better at the Ryder Cup, and so I think he's a little more due. Cantlay is slightly better player, both pretty similar, but yeah, I think Cantlay's got good odds here. I think he was second in odds behind Xander though.
He was, yeah. I forgot to talk about Xander was the favorite at plus 900. Cantlay and Morikawa are plus 1100.
Yeah.
Afterwards, but the reason why I went with Cantlay, pretty similar. I'm looking for a bounce back of a more top caliber golfer to actually take and win an event this week. He's played this tournament many times, 3 times I should say. He's missed the cut twice, but he hasn't played this tournament since 2019. That's a long time in between. That's 4. It's been 4 years.
That's a whole hat sponsor ago.
Yeah, that's plenty of hat sponsors ago. So, he's a different golfer than he was in 2019. Clearly from this, and he played well at the Century. Had a little bit tougher of a week last week, but I think it's again it's my I didn't want to go chalk here, but I was thinking Xander Cantlay was one of the 2 options, and you'll literally see that in betting corner in a second. So
okay.
All right.
5 picks.
I'll recap us too real quick.
Go ahead and get us recapped.
I went over last week. You went plus 10. What did you have?
I had one.
Okay.
I had Hadwin, and it wasn't the first round leader thing. It was he finished top 10 squarely. I had JT outright. He was so close. I had Alex Noren was there going into the final round in my top 20. I had him, and then he literally shot par.
Yeah.
9. I think at least 9 holes in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The straight back 9 was literally all pars. He just needed 1 or 2 birdies to get up there.
Yeah.
All pars. Couldn't get there. But he was right around there. So had some good picks, but I ended up going plus 10 this week.
The closest I had was Xander, my double chance, and he was T3.
Yeah, he was right there.
So that was the closest that I got. Everything else was no bueno. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go and get started off here. I think you started last week, if I remember right? So I'll go ahead. I'm going to start with Taylor Pendrith. I went with, can't leave my pick with a little higher up the board. Pendrith's a little further down there. I'm going with top 20 for him, plus 350, 24 units. So he's had four top 15 results in his last 6 starts, including T10 a couple weeks ago at the Sony. So I think he's in good form. I like the fit here for the course. He's a little longer hitter on this longer course, so I like that. So I like him here in this field. A little further down the board, got him plus 350, top 20.
I'm going an old name here. And it's also old shaky hands.
Okay, yeah. I didn't like how high up he was in the odds boards. That's why I didn't pick him. He did well this past week.
He has been playing well. He started off when he came back at the Hero, I think is his first tournament back.
Dead last.
Yeah, like he shot like an 80, like 1 or 2 rounds. Like it's been tough.
And he missed the cut, I think, the first at the Century.
Correct. Yep. He finished last week was T34. So I'm going Will Zalatoris. A top 10 finish this week.
Keep that trajectory going up?
I think so. Plus 450, 19 units. It's definitely a feel. Right away coming back from surgery and being out for such a long time, I wasn't going to touch him, clearly. Like, you got to, kind of earn your way back into the spots here. And he suffered in the first few tournaments. I think he makes a big rebound this week. I think it's a good tournament to make the rebound in. And kind of comes back and claims his I can still do this. Like I've been gone for a little bit of time, but I can still play very competitively. Yeah. So I like the pick. I was trying to find someone with the top 10 odds, and I thought it was my best one that I was looking for. So I went with him this week.
I was looking at him. He was just a little too far up the board for me yet, since he hasn't really shown anything like super substantial, but. I mean, he's got the game. It's just a matter of shaking that rust off. So we'll see. I'm going with my next pick. I'm going a little higher up the board here. Back up the board a little bit. Sahith Theegala. Going top 10, plus 320, 25 units. The California boy. So we got the correlation here. He won the Fortinet a few months ago, right? His first tournament win, right? Similar to how Max Homa won the Fortinet before he won here last year. So a little correlation there. And then he finished second at the Century. And he loves playing in the familiar West Coast. Yeah. He's from California. So good form. Little correlation to the last year's winner. Back home on the West Coast. Sahith Theegala. Let's get you a top 10 here.
That's not bad. I like that one. He is a California boy. I agree. I think if he doesn't
do anything, he lives in Texas now, doesn't he though?
I don't know where he lives now.
I want to say he lives in Texas.
You could be right. I randomly came across his girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever it is, on TikTok, because it was one of those day in the life of a PGA Tour girlfriend, I think, or that wife or fiance, whatever it was. And I was like, "Who's this?" And it was Theegala. And I was like, "Oh, nice." And they were like talking about being back in California, and he was driving his old car that he hasn't drove in like years or something. So maybe they must live somewhere else now.
Yeah, I think it was in Full Swing that I saw that he was in Texas. If I remember, I haven't watched that in a long time though, so I don't know.
When's the new season coming out?
Good question. I just thought about that when I was seeing what came out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's a really good question. All right, my next pick. I'm going Mr. Malbon Golf this week. Another one where I think that he's came out. I know we had a lot of talks about him last year. But he's came out this week, this tournament, and has been playing some okay golf. He has also won this tournament twice. And the last 2 years, he's finished T3 and T7, respectively. So
yeah, I came dangerously close to taking him off the bet list.
Did you?
But I was like, you know what? I can't quite. I got to stick to the bid a little bit.
That's fair. So I'm going Jason Day, top 5, plus 500, 17 units on Jason Day.
I gave him like a good look, I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, do I do it? I'm like, nah. And then I took a little longer look this week. I'm like, dang, do I do it? If I'm going to do it, this is the time to do it, I think. But I didn't do it.
I think he's going to be the first internet golf retailer, small brand, whatever you want to call it, win of all of these moves that have happened lately. I mean, if you think about it, like he's definitely
there's not that many.
He's definitely one of the better ones of the ones that have happened.
I think
would say.
Siwoo's got a good chance to take that belt.
I don't know. It would be Siwoo or him. When Michael Block is
was
good,
it Eckroat was the other one? Was it Eckroat the other
Yeah,
bad
I think
birdie
that's
one?
right. I think that's right.
Eckroat.
I think so.
I don't know why that just came to me, but it just did.
Yeah, it did. That was pretty random.
Yeah.
It's one of those two. Unless I'm blanking on another major golfer that has switched apparel sponsors.
Well, we had was it Lexi Thompson? That's Malbon.
Yeah.
So about PGA, not LPGA.
I'm sticking just on PGA right now. I don't know.
We also, I guess I can go to this actually after betting corner. I have some other notes that I didn't get to that I saw after I made my notes, but we'll keep moving on and get to that later. I'm going my next pick. I'm going Keegan Bradley. I'm going top 5 though. I'm going top 5 for Keegan. I needed a big swing here, so I'm going Keegan top 5 plus 650, 21 units. It's the last time he played. Bradley finished T2. Losing in the playoff at the Sony. And the last time he was here at Torrey last year, he finished solo second behind Homa. So good form. It was a couple weeks ago. And then also really good performance last time he was at this course. So going another top 5, 2 top 5s at this tournament in a row for Keegan. Let's keep that train rolling. He's one of the players that uses that famous putter from last year. I forget the name of it. What was that name of that putter?
Which one?
One like Ricky, Wyndham Clark, Odyssey something. Because we had 3 weeks in a row where that putter won. Remember, it was Wyndham Clark, then Ricky, then Keegan. They all went with that putter.
Why is something hot coming on my mind? It's like white hot.
I don't know.
Because I keep thinking of that, or like they have the 2-ball, which
that's not it.
That's not it. Man, that's gonna bother.
But let's keep that putter hot. Let's go, Keegan.
My next pick is mentioned him earlier, is Aubert this week. I'm going top 5 plus 450, 19 units. He had obviously a very strong start to the end of the season at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Starting to play with some of the bigger names again. Got a little nervous. He finished first event T47, T30.
He dribbled down his legs a little bit.
Just a little bit. Got a little nervous here. Played with the big dogs. And then he had last week off. He didn't play last week. So I think it's definitely possible for him, again, just to have that nice rebound. Again, kind of establishing himself, kind of similar to what I said about Zalatoris, that I can compete. I can play with you guys no matter how high these guys, how great these golfers are. I could be just as young as I am and compete with you.
All right. So I hid my next pick because I didn't want you to see my notes yet.
Okay. I do look at it because it's like right there.
I know. That's why I didn't want you to see it. But my next pick is Aubert as well. But I'm going first round leader.
Okay.
But so I didn't like his odds for like the other picks. So I'm like, all right, I'll go first round leader here. So it's plus 2,000 for that. Plus 2,000 for first round leader, 10 units. So my notes are obviously great golfer. My notes are long course, big man. 7,700 yards, long course. He's a big man. He's a big hitter. He's got the long drive in his bag. So that's my correlation. Long course, big man. Aubert, first round leader, plus 10,000, 10 units.
So I found the putter here. There is a Odyssey white hot, but it wasn't that one. It was the Odyssey Versa Jailbird.
That Jailbird, that's it. Dude.
That is the putter that went hot that past year. You're right.
People were selling those on Facebook for like $1,000.
That's crazy.
Like that. It's so stupid.
That is literally crazy. All right, my second to last here is the defending champ, Max Homa, top 5, plus 326 units. Obviously, like I said, won last year. He hasn't played since the Century.
I haven't seen him much.
Yeah, he had 2 weeks off. He is Mr. California as well. So I do think he's due for a top 5 finish this week. Or possibly, maybe, even defending his win last year. So
he won the Fortinet back-to-back years, I believe, before Thigala won it this past year. He won it the 2 years prior to that, I believe.
Yeah.
So
yes.
He's done that before.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going with my next pick. I'm going back to the triple. I had 3 guys I kind of wanted to get on my board somewhere. And so this is how I found a way to do it. So I went Cantlay. Also, Sungjae loves this course as well. He's had some really good success here as well. So I'm going Cantlay, Sungjae, and then Eric Cole as well. I was kind of looking more for a top 10ish, but again, I didn't. His odds were a little too short, so I squeezed him here into the triple chance. So I'm going those three: Cantlay, Sungjae, and Eric Cole plus 550. I'm going 20 units on that one. So that's how I squeezed those three guys that I liked into my bet slip here.
Nice. I'm doing double chance again. I'm doing Xander, Cantlay, double chance plus 450, 19 units. So the chalk, and really I like Cantlay on this, but Xander's been playing well too. He's been playing real well. He's a top caliber golfer. It just hasn't converted in a little bit. Because I don't think he didn't have a win at all last season, correct?
I didn't know he did not.
Yeah, so it's been a while since he's converted on it, and I think this is a pretty good opportunity for either one of them to convert on it. So,
so the last bit of notes here I wanted to get to, but I didn't put in my notes that I remembered off the top of my head though, is we do have another episode of the match or another version of the match coming. Yeah. So we have that'll be February 26th. That'll be featuring Rose Zhang, Rory McIlroy, Max Homa, and Lexi Thompson. That's what made it come into my head again. Yep. So a 12-hole skins game under the lights. I didn't see exactly where. It kind of looks like it might be Vegas again, but I don't see exactly where. But yeah, February 26th, we'll have those four playing a 12-hole skins match.
I don't think I've truly watched one of those start to finish, or like even for like an extended period of time.
Not start to finish. I watched some. I remember watching like the Tom Brady one a little bit. I remember I don't know if this was the very first one.
Tiger Phil?
No, I remember one. It was like Matthew Wolf. It was like during COVID.
Oh,
Matthew Wolf was in one because he kind of like had some steam built up at that point in time.
Yeah.
I remember watching that one a little bit.
Yeah.
I watched like the Tom Brady one a little bit. I don't think I watched. What was the one with like Justin Thomas not too long ago?
JT, Spieth, Tiger.
I remember JT and Charles Barkley were going like back and forth. I didn't watch that one a whole lot.
Who was Tiger's partner that one?
I don't remember. And then I watched like a little bit of like the Travis Kelce Mahomes one. Not a lot of that one. Yeah. But also it's kind of a matter of like I had stuff going on, so I wasn't able to. Not like I was like avoiding it, but
I don't really avoid it. I just don't like outright seek it.
Yeah.
Like if I got some time over the weekend and like I'm like I want to watch the tournament, I want to see what's going on.
I remember watching the Aaron Rodgers one a lot. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady had one.
Did you see his news?
Rodgers?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
He has a lot of news, man. I can't keep up with his news.
That's fair.
Which news are you talking
That's
about?
That's fair. He took his offensive lineman from the Jets out for a golf trip to Shadow Creek in Vegas. He had a hole-in-one.
Oh, really? I did not see that. No.
Yep. Yeah, he had a hole-in-one. That guy just athlete.
Yeah.
Just athlete.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. There is a lot of stuff going on out here for Waste Management Week. So we talked, I don't know if we talked about these guys, but on the last episode, because they sponsored Michael Block, so the good guys. But they're having like this, it's not just good, it's like they're having like a whole, like all like the internet, social media, golf influencers are playing in a 2-man scramble at Grass Clippings on, I want to say Wednesday or Thursday night. And they're selling tickets. Allowing 2,000 people to watch in person.
Well, the last time Good did this, they nailed somebody with a drive.
He did. Yeah.
So
was their main
I hope those 2,000, as a troll, they should all just wear helmets or something.
He made a comment that someone made a comment to him about it on one of the videos. I watch their videos every once in a while, and he said that he's honestly a little scared, to be honest, just because he's a great golfer.
In the back of your head.
Yeah, like just the thought process in that this possibly could happen. That it's scary. But that course at night is exclusive par 3, so it's got to be a little bit
pretty tough.
A little harder
shank
to
right off the hosel,
right across and hit someone. But there's that tournament going on. I think Bad Birdie's hosting something going on that week. There's a lot of stuff I'm starting to see pop up for Waste Management Week. So I'm excited for it, man, for Waste Management Week. I'm excited to see a tournament in person. We got to figure out what live tournament we're going to go to.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gotta see if we can finagle that one.
Yeah.
And the PGA shows this week.
Yeah.
We have to make a blood oath today.
Oh.
That next year we're going to the PGA show.
Yeah.
I think we have to. I think it's definitely something that's
fun.
that we should definitely be doing. So, blood oath.
Depends on what they offer.
Who offers?
Yeah.
Who?
PGA.
We wouldn't have a
They got to
booth or
sweet talk
anything.
us.
The PGA. Oh my gosh. No, we got to get on.
I'm a hot commodity.
Oh man, yes. You in that shirt, I can definitely, I can see you being a hot commodity.
Yeah.
I can definitely see
They got
that.
to sweet talk us.
And we'll see about that one. We'll see about that. All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
I haven't booked that tea time for tomorrow yet, but I think I'm going to. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, share with your friends. See you next week.
Peace.